The G-Man, J. Edgar Hoover, and the FBI. J. Edgar Hoover. The name alone conjures images of fedoras, trench coats, and the relentless pursuit of justice. He was a giant, a legend, the face of American law enforcement for almost half a century. From 1924 until his death in 1972, Hoover reigned supreme as the director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI. He built the Bureau from a small and somewhat insignificant agency into a powerful force, a symbol of American strength and resolve. Hoover's FBI was at the forefront of some of the most significant events in American history. They battled gangsters in the streets during the Roaring Twenties. They hunted down notorious criminals like John Dillinger and Bonnie and Clyde. They played a crucial role in the fight against Nazi espionage during World War II. And they were there on the front lines of the Cold War, working tirelessly to combat communist infiltration. But Hoover's story is not a simple tale of heroism and unwavering dedication to justice. His tenure was also marked by controversy, by accusations of abuse of power, and by a relentless pursuit of personal enemies, real and imagined. He amassed an unprecedented amount of power, and he wasn't afraid to use it. This is the story of J. Edgar Hoover, the man who built the FBI into the institution it is today, but also a man whose legacy is forever tainted by the shadows he cast. This is the story of a man who embodied both the best and the worst of American law enforcement. A young bureaucrat from library to lawman, John Edgar Hoover was born in Washington, D.C. in 1895. His early life was unremarkable. He was a serious and studious young man, more comfortable with books than with people. After graduating from law school, he took a job at the Library of Congress, a far cry from the rough and tumble world of law enforcement he would later come to dominate. But fate, it seems, had other plans for the young Hoover. In 1921, he joined the Department of Justice, a move that would change the course of his life and the future of American law enforcement. At the time, the Justice Department was a relatively small and disorganized entity. Hoover, with his meticulous attention to detail and his unwavering belief in efficiency, quickly rose through the ranks. In 1924, at the age of just 29, Hoover was appointed acting director of the Bureau of Investigation, the FBI's predecessor. He immediately set about transforming the Bureau, instituting rigorous standards for recruitment and training. He understood the power of information, and he made sure the Bureau used the latest technology and techniques to gather intelligence and build cases. Under Hoover's leadership, the Bureau's focus shifted from low-level crime to more complex investigations. He understood the changing landscape of criminal activity, the rise of organized crime, and the threat posed by foreign agents. He was determined to make the Bureau the premier law enforcement agency in the world, and he pursued that goal with single-minded determination.